Historical overview of Colorado. Welcome to our deep exploration of Colorado's rich and captivating history. From the ancient civilizations that once thrived here to the state's emergence as a modern hub of industry, culture, and innovation, Colorado's story is filled with significant events and people. Let's delve into the major eras and moments that shaped this beautiful and diverse state. 1. Prehistoric and Native American period. Colorado's history stretches back over 13,000 years, with evidence of human habitation by Paleo-Indians such as the Clovis and Folsom cultures. These early inhabitants hunted large game across the plains and mountains of the region. Over time, various Native American tribes, including the Ute, Cheyenne, Arapaho, and Apache, settled in the area. These tribes developed complex societies and maintained a deep spiritual connection to the land. One of the most notable groups, the ancestral Puebloans, built intricate cliff dwellings in the Mesa Verde area. Their stunning stone structures, some perched on the edges of cliffs, still exist today and offer insight into their advanced architecture and lifestyle. The indigenous peoples of Colorado left behind a lasting legacy through rock art, tools, and ceremonial sites, which give us a glimpse into their cultures that thrived long before European contact. 2. Spanish exploration and early European influence, 1500s to 1700s. The first Europeans to explore Colorado were the Spanish during the 16th century. Although they did not establish permanent settlements, explorers like Francisco Vázquez de Coronado and Juan de Ulibarri passed through the region in search of wealth and resources, claiming the land for Spain. These explorers mapped parts of the area and established trade routes, but colonization was difficult due to the mountainous terrain and resistance from native tribes. Despite this, Spanish influence persisted in the form of place names and early cartography. The name, Colorado, itself is derived from the Spanish word meaning colored red, referencing the distinctive red sandstone found in the region. 3. Louisiana Purchase and American exploration, 1803 to 1850s. In 1803, the Louisiana Purchase transferred a vast portion of North America, including present-day Colorado, from France to the United States. This acquisition sparked a wave of exploration. Zebulon Pike led one of the first American expeditions to the region in 1806, during which he famously attempted, but failed, to climb the peak now named after him, Pike's Peak. Other explorers like Stephen H. Long followed, mapping the vast wilderness and assessing its potential for American settlement. Although early explorers were often daunted by Colorado's rugged terrain, their reports helped inspire waves of trappers, fur traders, and settlers to venture westward. By the mid-1800s, Colorado was attracting more attention from prospectors and pioneers seeking new opportunities. 4. Gold Rush and Early Settlement, 1850s to 1860s. The discovery of gold in 1858 along the South Platte River near what is now Denver triggered the Pikes Peak Gold Rush. This event brought tens of thousands of fortune seekers westward, drastically changing the region's demographics and landscape. Mining camps sprang up overnight, and towns like Denver and Boulder were established as centers for trade and transportation. The influx of settlers also created tension with Native American tribes, leading to a series of conflicts over land and resources. Nonetheless, the promise of wealth continued to draw people to the mountains, and by the early 1860s, the region's growing population prompted the U.S. government to create the Colorado Territory in 1861. 5. The Civil War and Territorial Growth, 1860s to 1870s. Though Colorado was far from the main theaters of the Civil War, the territory played a role in the conflict. Colorado supported the Union, and volunteer militias were formed to protect the territory from Confederate incursions. Notable among these was the Battle of Glorieta Pass in 1862, often called the Gettysburg of the West, where Union forces helped prevent Confederate expansion into the Southwest. Another key event of this era was the Sand Creek Massacre in 1864, a dark chapter in Colorado's history. A militia of Colorado volunteers attacked a peaceful encampment of Cheyenne and Arapaho, resulting in the deaths of many Native Americans, including women and children. The massacre sparked national outrage and deepened conflicts between settlers and native tribes. 6. Statehood and economic expansion, 1870s to 1900s. On August 1, 1876, Colorado achieved statehood, becoming the 38th state of the United States. Its statehood was significant, as it coincided with the nation's centennial, earning it the nickname, the Centennial State. During this period, Colorado's economy expanded rapidly. While gold continued to be a major draw, the discovery of silver in Leadville in the late 1870s created another boom, making it one of the richest silver mining districts in the world. The construction of railroads also transformed the region, connecting Colorado to larger markets and allowing for the rapid transport of minerals, agricultural products, and goods. Denver, as the state's capital and largest city, emerged as a vital hub of commerce and politics. The growth of industries like ranching, farming, and railroads diversified Colorado's economy, setting the stage for future prosperity. 7. Progressive Era and Labor Movements, 1900 to 1920s. As Colorado moved into the 20th century, the state was deeply affected by national Progressive Era reforms, which sought to address social and economic inequalities. In Colorado, labor movements gained momentum, especially in the mining industry where working conditions were notoriously harsh. Strikes and protests erupted as miners demanded better wages and safer working environments. One of the most significant events of this era was the Ludlow Massacre in 1914, when striking coal miners and their families were attacked by the Colorado National Guard. The conflict, which resulted in the deaths of several miners and their families, was a turning point in labor history and fueled broader movements for workers' rights across the country. Despite these challenges, Colorado's cities continued to grow, and the state played a significant role in shaping national labor policies. 8. The Great Depression and World War II, 1930s to 1940s. The Great Depression of the 1930s hit Colorado hard, especially in rural areas reliant on farming and ranching. Severe droughts, falling crop prices, and economic instability pushed many families to the brink of poverty. The federal government's New Deal programs helped mitigate some of the economic hardships by funding infrastructure projects and creating jobs in Colorado. During World War II, Colorado became a key location for military training and manufacturing. Facilities like Camp Carson, now Fort Carson, and Lowry Air Force Base were established, and the state saw an influx of military personnel. This wartime expansion not only boosted the economy but also paved the way for post-war industrial growth. 9. Post-war boom and urban development, 1950s to 1970s. The post-World War II era marked a period of unprecedented growth and modernization for Colorado. Denver expanded rapidly, becoming a major metropolitan center, while cities like Colorado Springs grew as military and aerospace hubs. The construction of interstate highways in the 1950s and 60s improved transportation across the state, making Colorado more accessible and encouraging tourism. Outdoor recreation also became a cornerstone of Colorado's identity. National parks, ski resorts, and the natural beauty of the Rocky Mountains attracted visitors from across the country and around the world. The state's economy diversified further as industries like technology, energy, and tourism flourished. 10. Contemporary Colorado, 1980s present. In recent decades, Colorado has emerged as a leader in technology, energy, and environmental policy. The state has experienced a population boom, particularly in urban areas like Denver, Boulder, and Fort Collins, fueled by a thriving economy and high quality of life. The legalization of recreational marijuana in 2012 brought national attention to Colorado, further boosting the state's economy and tourism sector. At the same time, Colorado has faced challenges such as managing rapid population growth, protecting its natural resources, and addressing the effects of climate change. The state's blend of natural beauty, innovative industries, and progressive policies makes it a key player in national discussions on energy, environmentalism, and social change. Closing summary. Colorado's history is one of transformation, from the days of its ancient indigenous cultures to its role as a modern leader in technology and innovation. The state has balanced its natural wealth and beauty with economic growth, making it one of the most dynamic regions in the United States.